off this bed it in.
Alright, see you later.
In a dark room, in my dark and black.
Yeah, well, we'll
room.
get some white paint for that.
Yeah. Bye.
Hi everybody, and welcome back to the kitchen. So, today we are going to make bread, but not a loaf of bread per se. We are going to go with a traditional Irish recipe. Now, as many of you may know or may not know, both John and I both lived in Southern Ireland at more or less the same time, more or less in the same area, but with different partners. And we didn't know that, obviously. I didn't know John at that point. I didn't know him until we were in England. So I spent about 5 years over there. I'm not quite sure how long John was over there. And there's a lot of food that the Irish do, prepare, cook, that are very, very traditional recipes. And they have been through the generations. Like, these recipes are passed down from mother to daughter to son to whatever, but they're passed down through the families. And one of those is a soda bread. Now, there are lots of variations and lots of people have got their own recipes, like I said, but we have found this book by recipes by CHERIE DENHAM, and there's essays in it. It's a lovely book. It's called The Irish Bakery. It will be in our list of books, although I'm not sure if you can get it on Amazon because we had to order this direct from the publishers. But it's a beautiful book. It's got lots of all the traditional recipes in, but it's got lovely stories and lovely pictures and things in as well. So we're going to make a smoked bacon and mature cheddar soda bread. So not just your bog standard normal one. I will say in advance, my oven is on. It's at 200 degrees fan, so quite a high oven. 220 if you don't have a fan, and gas mark 7, so it's quite a high oven. And in that oven, I've already got a baking sheet or baking tray on the top shelf, getting nice and hot. This is a quick, fast recipe and a quick, fast bake. And you're going to need to get everything ready because it doesn't take a lot of faffing around, which is one of the real benefits of soda bread. So, to start off with, before you do anything, John will put all the ingredients below, but you need 200 grams of smoked bacon that you have cooked, sliced. I've literally just sliced it into like little bits like that, but it has to be completely cold. If it's not cold, when you add it to your ingredients, the warmth from the bacon will leach the fat out of the cheese and it will make your bread heavy and greasy, and you really don't want that. So, prepare your bacon in advance. We've got mature cheddar. Obviously you can go as strong as you like, but make sure you start with a mature and work up, not down, if that makes sense. Otherwise you'll lose the taste completely. So, we're using plain flour, and you need to sift it into a bowl, because there's no kneading and hardly any mixing in this recipe. Now, once you've got in your flour, you're going to add your bicarbonate of soda and your salt. Give those a mix round. And then into that dry ingredients, you're going to mix in your cheese, grated obviously. Give that a mix round because you want to get that covered in flour. And then your bacon. Mix your bacon around as well. You want that covered in flour also. And then we're going to make a well in the middle of our flour, and we're going to pour in 300 mils of buttermilk. And 55 mils of water. Now, I'm going to use a knife to start bringing it together, because obviously it's quite wet. Now soda bread is not like other breads where, you know, you're going to not put too much water in and push it to the sides and, you know, not over water it or whatever. The measurements are what you're going to need. And now that it's sort of a bit more together, I'm literally going to bring it together with my hands. And the thing with soda bread is you do not want to over mix. So bring it together as gently as you can. It will be sticky obviously because you're not over mixing, but you want to get everything in. So when you've got your dough sort of more or less together in your bowl, it's quite soft because it's not a bready bread, as I said. You need then to take out your baking sheet, which is already heated. There we go. You want to liberally dust your baking sheet with flour. Now, I've already put baking parchment down, so it's not going to stick, but that's what it's all about. And then you're literally going to put your dough onto your baking sheet and form it into an oblong shape, like so. Try not to waste any. Like that. Then you're going to dust the top of your bread again, and with a sharp knife cut some slits in. Now they can be quite deep, not all the way through obviously, but quite deep, because that helps the bread to cook evenly. So open them out a little bit. There's also a saying in Ireland that you cut the slashes in your bread to let the fairies out. And if you don't let the fairies out, then you'll get bad luck. So we're letting our fairies out anyway. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is it. And we're going to put it on the top shelf and it's going to cook for 30 minutes. Okay, so let's get this in and then so, as you can see, that soda bread was an oblong shape. Now, most soda breads in Ireland are round and they're cut into fours, basically. Again, let the fairies out. So, because this one's got bacon and cheese in it, if it's kind of in a round, it will be more difficult to cut, etc. So, that's why we've done it in oblong. So that's going to go in there for 30 minutes now. It will rise slightly, but you won't get a big rise on it because there's no raising agent in there apart from a tiny bit of bicarb. And when it comes out, as with any bread, it should be golden on the top, obviously. And when you turn it over, it will sound hollow when you pat its bottom. Okay, so I will be back when mine is out and show you what it looks like. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is absolutely it for today. So how fast was that? Brilliant bread for soup, which is why I've made it, because we did a leek and potato soup yesterday, which we're going to have today for our dinner, and this bread will go with that perfectly. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give us a thumbs up if you have. Please subscribe if you haven't already done so, and if you have, thanks very much, it really helps. Hit the notification bell so you know when we're around. We're trying to be regular, but it's not happening at the minute. There's lots of things going on in the background. John's not very well at the moment, so we're doing the best that we can. Okay, so as I said before, hope you enjoy it, and I will put a picture on both of it as it comes out of the oven and sliced later with some butter. So I'll see you all again really soon. Bye for now.